Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headache stack. Restlessness to hell and back.
Right next to me is the BYD Seal 08, BYD's flagship sedan. My teammates have already taken a deep dive into its exterior styling and interior design, so today we're going to focus on something different. We're taking it out on the road to see how it actually drives and whether the overall driving experience lives up to expectations. A quick shout out to our automotive partner in China for sharing this video and helping make it possible. Thank you for your support. Hey everyone, it's Michael from Motor Torque. If you enjoy staying up to date with the latest automotive news, reviews, and industry updates, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss any of our exciting content. Thanks for watching, and let's get started. These days, if you look at the automotive market, a lot of cars are starting to look alike. Sometimes it feels like the only way to tell them apart is by the badge on the front. Honestly, without the logo, it can be hard to know which brand you're looking at. Even your own family might not recognize it. BYD is trying to move away from that trend by introducing its own ocean aesthetics design language. The front headlights have a very distinctive look, and combined with the BYD badge, the overall appearance feels modern and stylish. I think this design has a great chance of becoming popular in overseas markets as well. Around the back, the taillights mirror the design of the headlights, creating a wave-inspired effect that reflects the ocean theme beautifully. At night, once they're illuminated, the car has an unmistakable presence and stands out immediately. In terms of size, the Seal 08 belongs to the mid to large sedan category, putting it alongside models like the BMW 5 Series, Audi A6, and Mercedes-Benz E-Class. The body lines are clean and flowing, and while I won't spend too much time discussing every curve and contour, there is one small detail that caught my attention: the wheel center caps. Their floating design gives off a Rolls-Royce-inspired feel, which is a nice premium touch. The ocean-inspired design isn't limited to the exterior either. It continues throughout the cabin. You can see it in the door panels, the dashboard, and the center console, where many of the shapes and details take inspiration from ocean elements. The flowing design of the door panels, for example, resembles the motion of ocean waves. Personally, I also feel the interior has taken another step forward in terms of premium quality. One detail I hadn't seen before is the decorative trim, which gives the cabin a calm, elegant atmosphere. The car is also equipped with a Devialet sound system, adding another layer to the luxury experience. BYD has also put some clever ideas into the finer details. On the left side of the dashboard, there's a standard quarter-inch threaded mount. That means you can easily attach accessories like a phone holder or an action camera to capture your journeys. That's already pretty practical, but there's an even smarter feature. This magnetic custom button attaches directly to that mounting point. You can assign it to almost any function you want. Right now, it's set up to adjust the air conditioning temperature with a simple twist. Compared to using everything on the touchscreen, having a physical control like this is definitely more convenient. As a mid to large luxury sedan, the rear seat experience is packed with features. The rear seats not only allow you to adjust the backrest angle, but also the leg rest position. There's also a folding table, magnetic mounting points, and plenty of thoughtful equipment for rear passengers. Space in the back is impressive too. The front seat is adjusted to my normal driving position, and I'm 185 centimeters tall. Even with the seat set for me, there's still around a forearm's worth of legroom behind it. At this point, measuring space with a fist really doesn't do it justice anymore. The rear seat cushions are also quite long, offering excellent thigh support that extends close to the back of your knees. BYD has even redesigned the area underneath the front seats, allowing taller passengers to slide their feet underneath more comfortably. This layout was clearly developed with careful attention to passenger comfort. Rear passengers also get their own dedicated sunshade, making long journeys even more pleasant. We've covered the stationary features, so it's time for the real test. How does the Seal 08 actually perform on the road? All right, let's get behind the wheel and find out. Before we start driving, there's a fun little Easter egg the designers included. As soon as you shift into drive, the speakers play a cheerful "wow" sound. It's a small detail, but it definitely adds a bit of personality to the experience. Now let's talk about performance. As always, we'll start with the numbers. The Seal 08 comes in two powertrain options, a DM version and a fully electric EV version. The one we're driving today is the dual-motor, dual all-wheel drive EV. It produces a maximum output of 510 kilowatts and can sprint from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just 3.3 seconds. Back in the era of gasoline-powered performance cars, you'd need something like a 700 horsepower V8 with turbocharging to achieve that kind of acceleration. Interestingly, despite those impressive figures, the way the power is delivered doesn't feel overly aggressive or intimidating.
Instead of delivering a sudden burst of acceleration, the power comes on progressively, much like the naturally aspirated V8 engines from the days of gasoline-powered performance cars. In normal driving mode, the car feels smooth and relaxed. Gentle inputs on the accelerator are met with equally smooth responses, and the throttle isn't overly sensitive or jumpy. That makes the driving experience especially comfortable for passengers sitting in the back. Of course, don't mistake that smoothness for a lack of performance. The power is definitely there. Once you accelerate harder, especially at higher speeds, the Seal 08 delivers a strong and continuous wave of power, similar to the effortless pull of the V8 engines we just talked about. The entire acceleration process feels refined and incredibly linear. Now let's move on to the chassis, because this is where things get really interesting. In terms of hardware, BYD has equipped this car with just about everything you could ask for. Up front, it uses a double wishbone suspension, while the rear gets a 5-link setup. Mechanically, that's already a very premium combination. But it doesn't stop there. The car also features DiSUS air suspension, intelligent suspension control, active rear-wheel steering with up to 7 degrees of steering angle, and several software-controlled chassis functions, including systems designed to improve stability on rough roads and in different driving conditions. Just listing all of these features is enough to make your head spin. So, how do all those technologies translate into the real driving experience? Honestly, 2 words come to mind: comfortable and sophisticated. If you closed your eyes and sat in the rear seat, you'd probably assume you were riding in a luxury brand sedan. The overall chassis tuning feels very similar to what you'd expect from premium German executive cars in this class, especially when combined with the refined cabin atmosphere. The addition of the air suspension makes a noticeable difference. It softens road imperfections beautifully, filtering out vibrations in a quiet and composed way. What really stands out is the level of refinement. Whether it's a small crack in the road or a larger bump, the suspension absorbs it smoothly without making the cabin feel unsettled. At the same time, it doesn't become overly soft. When the vehicle experiences larger weight transfers during cornering or lane changes, the suspension still provides excellent support and maintains its composure. The body stays controlled instead of feeling loose or unstable, giving you confidence behind the wheel. I have to say, BYD has made remarkable progress with its chassis tuning over the past few years. Every new model seems to take another step forward, and each improvement is more impressive than the last. After driving the Seal 08, I genuinely think its chassis performance is fully capable of competing with established luxury sedans in the same segment. Another feature I personally appreciate is the rear-wheel steering system. It noticeably reduces the turning radius when navigating tight streets or making U-turns, while also improving stability during high-speed driving. It's one of those features you don't realize you need until you've experienced it. Finally, let's talk about the driver assistance system. The Seal 08 continues to use BYD's God's Eye B intelligent driving assistance package. We've already experienced this system on several occasions, so its capabilities are well established and don't really need much introduction. Before wrapping up, let's also touch on the battery technology. The car is equipped with BYD's second-generation Blade battery and supports ultra-fast flash charging. According to BYD, it can gain a significant amount of charge in just 5 minutes, with even more added after 10 minutes. We've already seen how efficient this charging system is, especially when paired with BYD's flash charging stations. The entire charging process is quick, convenient, and goes a long way toward reducing range anxiety. As for driving range, the Seal 08 offers a CLTC-rated range of up to 900 kilometers, which is an excellent figure for a vehicle in this category. Overall, I'm very impressed with how the Seal 08 performs on the road. I'd have no hesitation giving its driving dynamics a high score. In terms of overall refinement and driving quality, it stands shoulder to shoulder with executive sedans from BMW, Audi, and Mercedes-Benz. And in certain areas, like the rear-wheel steering and intelligent chassis technologies, it even has advantages that some of those traditional brands don't offer. Even before driving it, I was already impressed by the interior design and equipment, but after spending time behind the wheel today, the chassis performance has surprised me even more. It's clear that BYD's continued investment in development is paying off, and the results speak for themselves. And with that, we've come to the end of our look at the BYD Seal 08.